In this video, we are going to see a new and amazing tools in Houdini 21 that help you to combine your 3D element in your footage. For example, a castle or maybe a dragon. You see? That's amazing. And we're gonna see it. Hi everyone, this is Daizen. Welcome back to this amazing series. First look to Houdini 21, and we are in Solaris, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm trying to create a simple scene in Solaris to demonstrate these amazing tools that was underrated in the keynote, to be honest. So I have this sphere and I create quick surface to assign the material, and I'm creating this camera. You see, in this camera we have something named background. So if I assign this background, we can see our footage. But the problem is how we can make this footage, this footage interact with our sphere. You see, if I render that, nothing. Okay. For example, we can have similar lighting to our footage, maybe physical skylight. You see, but still we don't have any connection. So now if I create a grid to cast this amazing shadow, that will be awesome, right? And we can see different light direction, and we can match the lighting with our scene. But you see, still we don't have any interaction. You see, this is our scene and we have nothing. So now it's a good time to create background plate loop. This is a new and amazing loop, you see? And let me show you. It needs a primitive to hold out, and because we have our grid, and this is the only element that can interact with our sphere, so I want to drag it in here. You see, it's disappearing, so do not panic. We have it. And now if I assign my sequence, you see we have something that's very cool. You see, it's reflection interacting with our footage. And if I create karma render, you see, voila, this is our footage and casting our shadow. And if I disable this render geometry of physical light, voila, we have our scene, you see. And now we are casting the shadow, and the shadow is multiplying with our footage, and this is very, very cool, to be honest. And if I render that in mplay, for example, or in disk, it's no different. I want to make a point here. You see, if I render that in mplay, we don't have any background. If you want that, of course, you can create edit render setting. Let's create one. Where are you? Yeah, this is whole new node. And of course, you can go in karma, and let me, collapse that. And we have something in image using background on enable, you see. And now if I render that, and voila, what? We don't have anything. So what is the problem? Let me see. We have that on. And yeah, the problem is we need to assign the render setting to the primitive of current node. So let's drag this one here and let's render, and behold, we have our background now, you see. So if you want your background in your final render, you can do that, but usually you don't need that because it's exist on Nuke, for example, in compositing software. And as you can see, we have the shadow separately here, and of course we can enable this refraction and metallic. You see, you can have that in AOV for matching the scene. And you see this, oh, wow, man, this is amazing. You can have your reflection, 3D object reflection on the floor. That's amazing. It's doing the half of compositing job. You see, that's very cool, to be honest. So this is the basic of background plate. In our premium course, we're gonna take this animated scene instead of static image, and we're gonna track that using Nuke in simple and easy way. And after that, we're gonna have this stabilization technique and fixing the issue of sliding, and we're gonna add this dragon and this castle to it. So if you're interested, the link in the description. So with that, see you in the next one. Goodbye.